Solon Springs, Wisconsin. Solon Springs, Wisconsin. No. Pretty nice little area along the coast. The weather is very stable, unlike here. You don't have to deal with the gnats or the mosquitoes.
I can deal without these easily.
You can deal with them?
Without them.
Oh yeah, and that's you
and
go
ticks. I don't like ticks.
And ticks. I just discovered a couple of ticks on my leg today. You don't have that in California. There's no mosquitoes. There's no horseflies. There's no ticks. It's a real difference. And even comparing Wisconsin to Minnesota, I'm sure you've been in Minnesota.
Yeah, I lived there. Grew up there.
I think there's more ticks and gnats and horseflies and mosquitoes in Wisconsin than in Minnesota. I don't know if you've noticed that yourself, but I've traveled up and down Minnesota, and I was going between, Hagen and Shell Lake on a dirt road going 10 miles an hour, and I had like 50 horseflies following, just a crowd of horseflies. And that was just incredible to me. I've never seen that anywhere else that I've traveled. And it's just the insects. Like I saw this deer carcass on the side of the road as in South Wisconsin. And it was just covered in flies. But if you go further south of here, you'd have vultures or crows. That you don't see vultures in Wisconsin, but the carcasses will be covered in flies. So it's really this is a unique area. It's very harsh. It challenges your I don't know, your constitution, your strength, because and it's just in a different way. Unlike other parts of the country. But yeah, it's different than Washington. Washington doesn't have all these bug problems, and the trees are taller. You don't have birch trees in Washington. You don't see these white birch trees in Washington. But the trees are taller, and there's parts where it's really dense. I mean, you don't know Washington. You probably don't know what the mountain range. Yeah, because there's a difference in vegetation on the west side of the mountain range compared to the east side. So that's somewhere to go. If you're still adventurous, you'll see a difference. I noticed in January, say 0 degrees here in January. You go straight west to Washington, it's above freezing. It's above 32. You don't have the freezing. You're not at threat of dying of freezing in Washington as you are in Wisconsin, because the temperatures drop so harshly around here. I mean, there's no snow. You don't have issues with snow in Washington as much as here. On the west part of Washington, there's so it's just rain. You don't get snow, or at least the snow melts quick. But on the east side, it's a little bit more snowy. So, you get up in the mountains, and you're going to have those villages that live amongst the mountains. It's a beautiful scenery if you get into the Rocky Mountains. And, so, okay, all right.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
Are you Travis?
Well, yeah, my name is Travis.
Hi, Travis. My name's Glenn Wise, and I work for the county here. I've been watching your videos online for years.
Years? Oh.
Quite a long time.
Okay.
I seen you over in Hayward there the other day. I thought, oh, he's in the area.
Yeah. I was in Hayward, and I've been here a couple of days now. I mean, not in this spot, but all right. Well, I'm glad that the city didn't tell you to give me a message.
Oh, no.
It's a personal thing.
Yeah, this is just a personal thing.
Okay.
I seen you sitting here, and I thought, man, then I seen the Washington plate. I wonder if that's him.
Yeah. I
I'm here now. I mean, it's rare that I get them cop. You only watch the cop channel, and you saw the
I see
the Hayward thing.
I think I might even subscribe to you, so it
Oh yeah, okay.
comes on there all
Yeah,
the time.
I got like 68,000, I guess. So it's, yeah.
Are you biking around here or hiking?
You know, I was thinking about bicycling from here to the springs that is north part of this lake.
It's right on the north end of this lake.
I'm thinking about it today.
Homer's Landing is what it's called.
It's called Homer's Landing. I want to H-O-M
P-A-L. Palmer's.
Palmer's. Okay. Yeah, I have it on my Google Maps.
Yeah.
I want to. I mean, this is the source of the St. Croix River, and I wanted to see them springs. I think
it's really not a spring. That's just the end of the lake. I mean, they got water coming out.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can capture that water coming out. I was thinking about bringing my drone. Yeah, I'm charging it up because I don't. It's swampy, and I guess you can't really get out there.
Really get out to
Yeah. So I was thinking about taking my
Right
drone.
on A across, so we go up to the north there, and A turns to the right to that Palmer's Landing.
Yeah.
Across a little creek right there, and the water's flowing.
Yeah.
You have a lake here, but then you go just a little farther north, and it's flowing north. Then.
Yeah. I don't know how far. I might have to drive instead. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
three
probably
miles.
5-6 miles from here.
Oh, it's much further. Okay. I was thinking. Yeah, I was weighing my options on
And then there's
that.
that North Country walking trail too, but you can't ride your bike on that.
Okay. It's strictly a walking
It's a
trail.
walking trail.
Okay.
And then I know over in Hayward, you already gone from there, but around the hospital, there's a bunch of biking trails.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's
Canva stuff.
that's I've been on some biking trails. I bicycled, yeah, to the library and stuff. It's the springs that's got my attention, cause that's amazing to.
You know, there's that one down by Salt of Spooner too. Have you ever seen that one?
No, Shell Lake is Salt of Spooner.
No.
Just
You
south.
go Salt of Spooner, and I
Yeah.
think it's County D.
It's not the fish hatchery, is it?
No,
Okay.
It's right on 53.
Wow.
Where there's that big J turn there.
Between Shell Lake and Spooner?
Yeah, between like
Is
Rice
it?
and Spooner.
I didn't
County D, but there's another little spring down there too. They got like a thing set up, and the water comes up and flows out of it.
really. I lived in Rice Lake, and
Never knew that one was there.
my grandparents lived in Shell Lake and Hagen, separate, and yeah, I've never heard of that. There's spring there too. Oh
I
man.
know I talked to some guy that said that the state people do their testing around here, and this was some of the cleanest water in the state was coming out of them wells.
Yeah, the tap water's decent.
Oh yeah,
This-
I live right in Gordon. Yeah, the water is.
Gordon,
yeah,
okay.
Water's great down there.
Yeah, I got assaulted by mosquitoes in
Oh yeah.
Minong.
Yeah.
I guess this net isn't good enough. It's I got some kind of hole somewhere. I had like 20. Yeah.
We just spent the weekend out on the Minong flowage.
On
on an island. And yeah, the
Oh.
mosquitoes were pretty bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that you can camp.
Yeah.
I was at a dam that's east of Gordon, like 5 miles east of Gordon. I forget the name of
Mooney
it.
Dam?
The what?
Mooney?
Mooney. Yeah, I was at I was hanging out just for the day,
Yeah.
and yeah, I decided to check out the Jake Patterson cabin a little bit since it's not
Well,
far.
there's the Gordon Dam too on the
Right.
west side of Gordon. If you go all Y right to the end of the road out there too.
Yeah, I see on the Google Maps there's several neat places. This is a place you can just jump from one to the next and be in the area for a while because there's so many places to jump to if you wanted to spend the night. And your county park is great. You got a great beach here.
Yeah.
You live in it, well, this time of year.
This time of year.
This-
it's not bad.
You live in a nice, really nice. I think it's kind of unknown.
Oh, it is.
I-
It is. Yeah.
I lived in Rice Lake. I never heard about it. My grandparents never talked about it.
I've been here for 40 years now.
Okay, wow, yeah, it's really great. Just the setup and all that. You live in a great, nice,
Yeah, come back
relaxed.
to January and you won't think the same.
Definitely not. I'll be out of here. I want to leave. Maybe I'm gonna explore the north part of Wisconsin and start moving south about August 15th or so. Just I want to hang out in these.
Down that way.
Yeah, just start going straight south again, start getting in more trouble with the southern cops. They don't care about the they say they don't care about the if you watch Jeff Gray, Honor Your Oath,
I watched that one too.
I'll be going back to Mississippi and they straight up tell them they don't care about the Constitution.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be fun because I'm still
What
gonna.
happened down in Turtle Lake down there? You get anything out of that one at all?
There's nothing that happened after that. It's just all that's on video is what happened. I just kind of left it as is. Like in Menominee, I had a ticket, and I was gonna be going to City Hall and raising a ruckus and all that, but all the callers got it dropped in less than 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. If I have an active case, and I have an active case out of Natchitoches, Louisiana still. It's been almost 2 years or so with the failure to ID. They asked 3 times for my name, and that was enough. And I already spent 26 days in jail. I was sentenced to 30, so I got out a little early. But that was dropped because I was denied a lawyer. So the judge was it was called harmful, and I was denied the lawyer. So that it's all reset now. We're fresh. We're at a fresh start, but we can't do anything until the Supreme Court makes a decision. And that's been sitting, my case has been sitting on their desk for like 3 months, 4 months now. I'm counting that. And I know the sooner they decide, the better. I think I'd like to get this over with.
Some of that stuff that you see, better off just driving away.
Well, not when you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Not exactly, because I got people. I mean, I guess I raised $20,000 all for my lawyer. I raised $20,000 while I was in jail. Somebody else did it. And it was the guy Robert Parker. He came down from San Diego, California. Came down and just sat in the observation area. And then he helped a lot with arguments. I'm trying to make videos showing because I have the transcripts. I'm trying to make videos showing the back and forth. But he watched me get arrested, and then he went back home when I was in jail, and he started the GoFundMe that's at $20,000.
There's a lot of people on your side there. Like the one in Hayward there, they're pretty nice over there, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't seem too bad.
I mean, I let people decide for themselves. I was called because they said the door was open, but it was really my window was down to here, so I was talking to them through the screen, and they were. I mean, that's how calls can escalate. I was wearing, like in Louisiana, I was just walking around the library looking for a place to sit. Suddenly I'm casing the library. It gets escalated, and this call actually, Hayward got escalated because I think it sounds worse that your doors are open compared to your windows are open, but that's the call that they got, was the doors are open. So it turned into a conversation. I mean, depending on the cop, it can go bad or good, and I told them that sometimes cops will give me their ID, and sometimes cops will arrest me over my ID. And then there's
no set way.
And then there's mostly that's in the middle. It's in the middle area. We'll maybe argue about my ID or something, and then I'll, if they want to tell me their first and last name and their date of birth, I'll do that. I'll exchange that information. Even sometimes they'll ask for my social security number, or I'll go back and forth with them on that. I've had a cop lie to me about their first name.
How many miles you got in this car?
That's 126, 123 or so.
All?
Yeah,
You must be switch them out once in a while.
Switch what out?
Cars.
No, this is it.
Well, you just must not drive a whole lot then.
Yeah. No, well, I try not to. I try to bicycle. That's why I was debating bicycling.
Sure.
Yeah, I just I'll get out and bicycle. I'll scout sometimes on the bicycle. Maybe park here and then bicycle in to just save on miles and stuff. So yeah.
So you're headed south now then too, or no?
South, well, north.
Oh, that's right. You're going up there to spring.
Until about August 15th. This isn't North Dakota or Montana. I can go further, or Minnesota even. I can go further. Kind of stops with the middle finger of Wisconsin. It's not as far north, so I want to slow my pace down just because I can't go as far, and I can't go into Canada. I think I need better documentation.
Yeah, I can't get into Canada either. Don't feel bad.
You have, oh, all right.
Well, you can get in there, but you can't get back into the States.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minnesota, I think you can use your like that as a real ID.
Okay, yeah.
But,
Washington's got that too.
Yeah, but Wisconsin you can't because it's not a bordering state.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna get back to work.
Yeah.
It was very nice meeting you,
Okay.
talking to you.
Yeah.
I'd shake your hand, but
Yeah. Nice place you're keeping up
yeah.
with on here. So.
Actually, I just got a promotion today from a worker to the foreman, the county foreman.
You were a what, and now you're a what?
I work for the Douglas County.
Hey, you're a
Douglas
title.
County.
You have a title change,
Yep, I went from just a worker. There's like 25
Okay.
workers.
and
Now I'm the foreman.
well, you don't have anybody with you though.
No, not yet.
But they're
We got a blacktop crew. I'm running down on County Y right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah,
All right.
well, it's nice
Okay.
talking to you, man. Nice
Yep.
meeting you.
Have a good one.
Good luck with your travels.
Thanks.
So I think the sun has turned this a light gray. These little bottom things, they've been getting hit directly by the sun. So you can see it's not light gray here. It's only focused on the top because I'm constantly keeping it in this position. Get it. The laughing group meets here on Thursday, so today's Tuesday. Those who laugh last. I've seen these type of crazy laughing groups. I only seen one actually in San Diego. Actually watching them, like, you know, you can get a lot of people together in San Diego. It's like 10 of them or 15 of them just forcing laughter at each other. It's kind of it seemed unnatural. Putting some kind of strong smelling lacquer. Strong smelling paint. Railroad ties. Alright, back in the overflow. They do specify no overnight parking here. Because that is a tempting proposition. I figured they would have no swimming or diving thing here. That's what boat launches usually are about, is no swimming. Sometimes no fishing. But Well, there are a couple, there's 3 boaters up here. So, it's not inactive. Alright, just walking the road along the water. Somebody's got his nice pontoon parked here. That looks pretty cool. Living on the water. Don't really have it next to the water. Maybe this is a property that's not attached. They don't have property on the water. Maybe. Very cabin-like. Small townish, small cabins. Summer vacation type of getaway area in Solon Springs. So on this back trail, not far from my car, all these rocks, they're getting scraped. Is that from snowmobiles? They just scrape these rocks, scrape the ground. When Judge Owsley told me to tell people to stop calling him, I should have asked him for a discovery request of his evidence that people are calling him. Great timing. There could be a mother bear. There could be a mother bear. Great timing though. I look up and see this bear staring at me. That looked juvenile. Did it wean itself from its mom or what? I don't hear any crashing. There it is. Going into town, I guess. It's gonna walk through the neighborhood. It doesn't know what to think of the neighborhood. It's walking into town, but there is a whole forest on its left. I'm curious if it wants to, continue into town or just stay close to the forest. I don't see it anymore. It's by itself. Yeah, that lady just said, "Oh my God." Oh, it got scared into the woods. Okay. So people that live around here get surprised to see bears. Yeah, I'm sure it went back into the woods. It doesn't know what to think of the neighborhood. I met with 3 deer. Just staring. Mama and her babies. Okay. I'm coming closer. No. I'm a human. You don't come closer to me. They still have their dots on their Okay. All right. Just passing through. Okay. Oh, there's a whole bunch more. I got a litter of 3. Okay, just passing through. Alright, this is the closest I want to get to the springs without driving. They're on the north, what I believe to be on the north end of the town. Probably on private property, that's why I'm bicycling over. To get a better look without driving. I might have missed the turn. I got a question.
Sure.
What do you mean by books you don't need a card for? I can just take one and
Yep. So that whole room
Yeah.
out there is like
just take a book?
they're donated. Yep. So you can.
It's all donation. Okay.
Yep. That's
you
our.
you don't sell books.
We don't out here, but they do have a book sale.
No, only here though. You just avoid selling books and you just kind of almost give them away.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm in Amnicon. And at the boat launch, I want to hang out at a couple of, well, there's one boat out for sure. Whew, this seems very flimsy. It's pretty flowers from the water foliage or foliage. Alright, I think a part of my problem with the burning in my spleen is the dusty, that muddy blanket that I got. It's still putting out a lot of dust, and I'm sure that it's shearing the blankets like sandpaper. I'm breathing in a lot of dust. I could visibly see the dust. And I've been using that blanket more. I actually had covered myself with it last night. I'm thinking that maybe I've got a lung issue from breathing in all that dust. But why is it's so easy to breathe in? I'm breathing that dust in and I'm thinking, oh, I can handle this. But really, in the back end, I think it's getting worse. It's like eating sugar. Sugar tastes good, and it's like, oh, it seems fine. I can eat it, but then later, when it's inside me, it's like causing issues. That dusty blanket might be causing me a lot more issues than I'm realizing. Although I've had these burning sensations in the past, though, they just seem a little worse. I mean, just look at the amount of dust on the devices here. I got dust that's settling on things, and I'm breathing that kind of dust in and just taking it for granted. I can't be using that blanket for covering myself. It's got to be rolled up and set off to the side, at least to bring a little relief from my problems.
Mm.